Hi, this is Gail Trauco, and I'm glad to be with you again today. Today we're going to talk about the significance of the front porch in my clinical practice and how you can implement using your own front porch to treat grief, to learn to conquer it without prescription medication. The front porch in our society was a place where families congregated many times on Sundays after church. For me, growing up in North Carolina, it was at my Aunt Nellie's house after we got out of church. There's often a baseball game going on in the cow pasture. People talked about the good and the bad. And at my own house, the front porch was where we gathered every day after school. You knew your neighbors as they walked by, and we didn't have sidewalks in the community that I lived in. But you knew who lived next door, you knew where they worked, you knew what was going on with their kids, and you knew their dogs' names. We've lost the community in the places we live now because either you don't have sidewalks, you don't have a front porch on your house, and you're sitting on your back deck. You may not know who your next door neighbor is. You may not know when their house has been burglarized until you hear the ADT alarm go off. We've lost all the socialization in most of our communities that we've known growing up. What I'm here today is to help you, no matter where you live, in the city, in a country home, or in a condo in Manhattan, how to create your own front porch. You don't need a big space. I encourage you to go out and buy a rocking chair. When people are visiting me in my office in Atlanta, that's the first thing that I prescribe for them. Go out and buy a rocking chair. I don't care if it's a camo lounger that Duck Dynasty has from Bass Pro Shops, or if you find one at a yard sale that you happen to pick up and go out and paint. You all can find a chair that you like. Hopefully it's one that rocks. What happens when you rock? Your body moves into that resting state so that physiologically your vital signs lower. Heart rate, blood pressure, your breathing. What else happens? Your brain wave changes. You go into a resting state. It's very calming. How long do you need to rock? Hopefully between 15 and 30 minutes a day. If you don't have but 5, go ahead and rock for 5 minutes. There's 7-minute workout routines, so we can make a 5-minute rocking chair routine. The new age people call it sitting in your power. You go sit in a yoga class, everybody's sitting up and bringing in their root chakra. Everybody's talking about it. We're just going to simplify it a little bit, and we're going to call it sitting in your rocking chair on your own front porch. This is also setting boundaries where you can apply in everyday life. When you're on your front porch, that's your tranquil place. You don't have to physically take it with you to the office. However, you're going to let that be your boundary. People get in your safe space, they're on your front porch, you're going to cut them off. What are things you want to put on your front porch? It may be flowers, it may be a candle, it may be a picture of somebody that's crossed over to the other side. You may want to bring your pet with you when you come there. If you have a cat, they're certainly more than accommodating to sit and purr. You can bring your German Shepherd with you, which mine are generally in my office all the time when I'm working. There's a dog in here. So once you've got that front porch created, you're going to start spending time there. I want you to also have something to write with. I think writing is very helpful when we are working into, and I'm going to call this therapy because that's really what this is. It's a form of acknowledging emotions that you've had. Begin to make lists of what you feel when you are in this resting state and allow your subconscious mind to begin to take over. Tony Robbins will refer to this as a method of self-hypnosis, and I also am a hypnotherapist, and hypnotherapy is something that I use in my clinical practice. So on this front porch that you have created for yourself, this safe haven, this place of community where you're going to learn to commune with yourself, you're going to find out what it is that's bothering you. And self-healing begins at home in our heart. Doesn't matter what you look like, where you live, or how much money you have. If you're not happy with yourself, you're never going to move beyond where you are right now. So this week, I'd like to see you create that front porch. In your house, in your condo, if it has to be in your bathroom, go in and lock the door. Tell the kids to leave you alone. Actually turn the cell phone off while you're doing this for 15 to 30 minutes. Anybody that needs to reach you besides your children and immediate family, they can wait. They can wait 15 minutes. It's okay. So for your homework this week, create that front porch. Put a post on our Facebook page. You can post it below this vlog. What did you do? Have you started rocking? How do you feel? Begin to hold this for yourself. This is your sacred place and it's your sacred time. You are your own therapist, and it's going to empower you to heal and get back on the right track. You've got your homework. We'll look forward to hearing how you're progressing this week and how you like having your own front porch. Let us know what kind of chair you got, or if you're actually having to you're using the bathroom. I want to hear how that works out. So I'll talk to you next week.